Hi Tsame and mabuhay mga ka-feeling! Welcome back to FiliSwissed and to my first blog post of the year. It's 2021 and I hope you guys had a good start to the new year. I don't know about you, but my first week has already been very busy and I'm glad that I was able to plan for the new year with what I could and in terms of my goals and achievements. Now, if you haven't seen my previous blog post on how to set your 2021 New Year's resolutions and goal setting, then click on the card up here to watch it later after this video. Now, there's a lot of ground to cover in this blog post as you journey with me through my day and my daily to-dos, and you get to see what my life is like here in Switzerland as a Filipina and as an expat in general.
Yeah, that's my baby. Oh, oh, you, oh, you. Oh.
Now, looking back at 2020, although there were a lot of downturns, I would like to actually look at our highlights and recap on what were the good things that happened in 2020. So for me, number one, I am hashtag blessed with the fact that we have been healthy all throughout this time. Basically, we try to keep ourselves in a safe position where we follow all of the measures as instructed and just keeping safe and respectful of other people as well for their health. Something I liked during the lockdown situation was being able to actually reconnect with my family back home in the Philippines. Now we would use Facebook Messenger to do a video call, and I got to have these group calls with my cousins, who most of my male cousins, or almost all of them, had like long hair and they looked like rock stars. So that was quite funny to see, and also like for those who can grow beards and mustaches. So I was like, okay, fine, but we always have to keep our appearances when it comes to meetings and such. So virtual meetings, you kind of still have to look appropriate, but for them it was totally fine. They had their rock star looks. It's perfect. So it was really nice to be able to catch up with them and get to know more about what their change in interests are, because I'm not really there for the most part of the year. We only go once a year to the Philippines to see them. So there's always a lot to catch up on. Not that frequent that I actually get to talk to them. I get so busy in my life. I only have so little time to actually disperse and find a chance to either talk to some friends or talk to some family members back home. And you can imagine having a Filipino family, we have how many members in the family. So all the relatives, the titas, the titos, the lolo, the lola, all of these things. So another good thing that we actually had and we consider a highlight from last year is that we were able to travel twice, one local and one international. So the international one, maybe you've seen it already, maybe not. Click on the card up here to see it. We traveled to Freiburg in Breisgau in Germany. And it was such a nice trip over the summer after the lockdown situation, when everything started to open up again and more measures were implemented so that people can continue living their daily lives. And for us, we spent about, maybe was it 5 days that we were there, and every day we went to a different hotspot or our point of interest, as they say in Guild Wars too. So these were very nice locations, and with the summer season, you could wear a dress, have a sun hat. It was really nice, and we got to bring Snickers with us. The apartment hotel that we stayed in allowed dogs, so it was also really nice that that apartment building was actually just walking distance, as in it was right across the street to the old town itself. So that town proper, it was so nice that everything that we wanted to see or do, we were mostly walking distance, except for when we had to travel with the gondola. So that was a bit further away, where we had to take a bus on top of the other traveling, but the rest we just actually had to walk. So nothing special in terms of transportation. So yeah, I think that was really nice that we got to do that even last year. And the second trip that we did was more local, and this is something that I think it's more common if you live in Zurich. You would go to Uetliberg and basically see the tower, and if you wanted to, you can eat at the restaurant there. But the best part of it is to see the actual view from around that berg. So you got to see the lake of Zurich, you got to see the city of Zurich, and then the surrounding towns or smaller towns around it. So if you also haven't seen that video, you can click on the card up here and watch our trip to Uetliberg. It was just a day trip. You just have to go and take a train, take another train, walk up, and then there you are. So you will just marvel at the splendor of the view. You got to see more mountains, some of them covered with snow at their peaks. So yeah, it was really nice, and of course it's another trip that we got to do with Snickers, and it was such a nice hike that he was tired as soon as we got home. Now, on a more serious note, I actually feel lucky that I remained employed during that time, or this time still. It's so uncertain how the situation is. Are you valuable enough as an employee to be kept? Or even, does the company have enough money to actually keep you as well. So these are one of the few things that I feel also #blessed, that you know, I didn't lose my job, and I continue to support my family in the Philippines during this time. And I'm also really proud of my sister, who is a nurse in the front line and has been able to also help out people during this time. It's very difficult, and it's very important to keep strong during this time. If you are lucky, then do as much as you can to support others who aren't. Now, something we found ourselves very lucky with is that we were able to invest in a second home in the Philippines. So that's a new condo for us. It was a no-brainer. The moment we got the information of how it would be set up and everything, it was perfectly fine. And given our situation and our budgeting, it was definitely feasible, or financially feasible on our side. So we gave it a green light, and now we have a second unit to look after. So the next highlight is actually for Snickers. He had his first birthday last year, and on his birthday he also got a chance to meet his half-brother. So half-brother because they have the same father. And yeah, during his birthday we went to the dog park and celebrated with some dog parent friends that we have. And yeah, we had a nice fun and chill day at the park, and the dogs obviously enjoyed themselves, and the homemade doggy birthday cake that I made. So if you haven't seen that video, you can click on the card up here and check it out later after this video. Now, since the lockdown, I have been somewhat consistent with posting at least once a week a video. So what I noticed as well during this time, when I do re-watch my content, because I like to evaluate and re-evaluate what I've produced, is that I saw the improvements. I'm not sure if you've seen the improvements, but I definitely have, and I'm proud of myself for being able to have done that, tap myself on the shoulder. And I would like to definitely continue being able to improve, because there's always room for improvement. So maybe I'm not chatty enough, or maybe I'm too chatty and I have to switch out. That will definitely come from re-evaluation, and I hope that you guys are still enjoying the content, and there will be lots more in store. Just wait for it. Now, what's in store for 2021 for me? I am somewhat going back to school. I am not a full-time student. I'm actually a part-time student, and that's because I work full-time. I don't have extra time unless I want to be 200%. So what I am doing is taking a couple more courses in order to complete my degree, my master's degree. And yeah, I only have a couple more credits to go, so that shouldn't be too bad. And as long as I can juggle my time like a clown, then I think I can achieve it. So the next one is another investment opportunity that we have. I'm starting a business project with one of my besties in the Philippines, and I am looking forward to having this baby grow, basically. So we've done the first steps of the business planning since October last year. It just continues to develop further, and yeah, I hope that we can move forward this year with the registration and the official setup. Of course, reworking the budget planning on our side, and everyone else who will be contributing their efforts into our project. Now, something that is tied to my highlights of 2020, in my workplace, I actually got promoted. So I'm ecstatic that I finally get to see that I have achieved something in my workplace. This is something that I maybe just personally see for myself, that if I do not step up in my career, I don't feel like I've achieved something. I feel pretty worthless actually at that point. That the repetition of the work, I feel like there's only so far you can go being in the same position, and I am someone who sees my success or envisions my success with being promoted into another position. And that's basically where I got. I not only kept my job, I actually got promoted as well. So I'm really happy with where I am right now, and the team that I'm working with is also growing, and I love my team. There's such a... I love the last team I also was working with, don't get me wrong, but also being in a new team, in a new environment, or in working structure That's definitely something, of course, that will overwhelm me at the beginning, but you know, once you've settled in, once you've understood how things work, get those gears in place, then it all feels like home. It still feels like home. So the last item I have is about vlogging and basically growing my channel. So this is one of my personal achievements that I want to be able to succeed in, and that is being able to produce more videos. Well, not necessarily more than is possible in a year, but being consistent with the posting. I mean, I target that, you know, we get to put out one video per week, and of course making sure that the content is valuable. And this year I am aiming to feature more organization tips, especially now that I am also mixing my schoolwork with everything else in my life. So there will be some like study tips or organization tips about anything to do with school or home life or even work. So check out those videos as they come. Now, other videos I want to feature are more recipes and also some mukbangs after I have cooked them. That's definitely in the works on my side. And the last one that I would like to emphasize in my channel is actually what I wanted to start it out with, but couldn't make it happen last year, are more travels. And definitely, as of like, you know, what's gonna happen this year, we have no idea. So it's gonna be local travels in Switzerland, like I did with the day trip to Uetliberg. There are a couple of places already in my list of where I want to go to take you guys on this journey and get to know more about this beautiful country, although really expensive, but totally worth it when it comes to being able to see such beautiful sights, whether it's mountain areas, whether it's castles, just being able to see. And going from one town to another, it could be that you end up in a town or in a city where they actually speak French, or they speak German, or they speak Italian, or they speak all of them. So it's just really nice that you can cross from one city to another, that, you know, it's like being in another country in itself, because even cultures also start to change a bit depending on who their neighbors are. So obviously in the French side, you're closer to France, German side, closer to Germany, and then with the Italian side. So, you know, it's just really nice. There's such a variation, and even the people who are actually living here, they're so international. And because they've gotten accustomed to living with different types of people from different types of culture, it's almost like you yourself are international by blood. Now, my question for you today is, what are you most looking forward to in 2021? Leave it in the comment section down below to let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you did. To see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified for future videos. As always, I'll see you next time, and schöne and paalam.